Hello YouTube, B3 here back with another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over another DC figure. It's the DC Comics Multiverse Batman The Dark Knight Returns Superman figure from their 30th Anniversary Edition line. Yeah, this is a Walmart exclusive. He, son of Batman, and Batman from The Dark Knight Returns, and the Batman is the first costume version, are all Walmart exclusives. And the Superman and Son of Batman are the harder ones to find. The Batman's pretty easy. They released a lot of him. I guess they figured more people would want the Batman. But the Superman was, I was looking forward to the Superman just as much as the Batman. Son of Batman, not crazy about, but honestly, I'll probably pick it up. But here we have the Superman. I reviewed the Batman not too long ago. Not too long ago at all. But here's the packaging for Superman. You know, you got his image from the graphic novel there, the 30th anniversary, you know, gold band, which is nice. Normally multiverse figures have a read-up right there, but there's not one for him. There's the picture again. There's the back with the other figures you can get. As I said, I have reviewed that Batman. Reviewing Superman right now, Son of Batman. There's the Supes, 30th anniversary, DC Comics, Multiverse, etc. Batman, Dark Knight Returns, blah blah blah. But yeah, let's get this guy open. And here's our Superman out of packaging, and I have to say, this is quite a figure. I really, really like it. I really, really liked the Batman as well, so if you want to check out the review for Batman, you know, as I said, it's up. I'm just going to promote myself a lot, if that's okay. But yeah, I've actually wanted a Dark Knight Returns Superman figure for a long, long time. I never got the DC Collectibles one, but I'm glad I didn't, because I actually would prefer to have this guy. Anyways, DC collectible ones are pretty much not posable at all. I mean, Mattel doesn't have the best articulation, but the DC collectibles, DC Direct ones were older, so very little. But yeah, so let's zoom out a little so we can check this dude out. He is, look how buff he is. They actually use the He-Man sculpts and stuff from their Masters of the Universe line for the Dark Knight Returns figures, which is actually a really great call in my opinion. The bulk is perfect for them. Everyone in Dark Knight Returns is like this, big and bulky. But yeah, I really like this this Superman. He's pretty cool. I'm going to show you the articulation first. Side to side in the head, a good bit of down, which Mattel hasn't been giving us real recently. That's nice. Not much up, which sucks because he's a flying character, and I'd really like to get him in a decent flying post. But yeah, up and down on the arms, forward and back. You got your biceps swivel, elbow bend, and a wrist swivel, an ab crunch. Mattel's, you know, I think at this point Mattel just flips a coin to see if they're going to have an ab crunch or not. Comic figures get ab crunches, but it looks like lots of other stuff isn't, which is odd to me. But yeah, so that's that, and waist swivel. So everything above the waist is pretty much normal Mattel articulation, and below the waist we got some changes up here. We do have a thigh swivel right there, and we also have in and out on the legs, forward and back on the legs, but it's real hidden and it's all up in there, which Mattel doesn't normally do. Normally they have the gaping crotch pits and stuff, you know. That's what collectors like to call them, the gaping crotch pits of Mattel. But yeah, you know, the single knee bend, that's normal. He has a boot swivel, which isn't typically normal for Mattel figures. Not typically, anyways. But normally their boots are also, like, really sculpted on. And then up and down on the foot, he would benefit from an ankle pivot. But on this guy, I don't think I'm too terribly upset about it, because I don't need him in that dynamic poses. Like catching a punch from Batman is probably how I'll have this guy posed up. Speaking of catching things, he does come with the kryptonite arrow that Oliver Queen fires at him. Sad part is, though, like, you can't do anything with it. He comes with the kryptonite arrow, but what's the point? He can't hold it. I mean, see, he has holding hands, but the holes are so big, the arrow's just gonna fall right through. You see that? And the articulation isn't good enough either. Maybe if he had like a bend at the wrist or a double jointed elbow, then he could at least, you know, like point his hand directly at his face, but he can't do it. See, that's about the best you can get right there. And even then, it's pointing past his face, as you can see. And it's also way too close for it to make sense. It won't look good. You see what I mean? It's just not gonna work out. You can't get a recreation of him catching it straight out of the graphic novel or out of the movies. They did make movies of him, by the way, and they are shot for shot, panel for panel of the graphic novel almost. So check out the movies as well. If you get the deluxe edition, it's both movies combined into one long movie. And I could watch it all day, every day. It's magnificent. And the graphic novel's perfect too. Don't read the second graphic novel though, because it's garbage. But yeah, now let's talk about detail and paint. You know, you got this brand new head sculpt. Tell me in the comments which actor you think that looks like. And we'll see if you and I are thinking the same thing. And if you don't know the actor's name, just tell me a character they played. Yeah, but he's got his big House of L symbol here. The paint on it's not too clean on the bottom, but I can forgive that. He's got paint shading all over, something Mattel doesn't give us a lot anymore. They really went to town on these Dark Knight Returns figures, and I'm very happy they did. Paint's not terribly clean on this belt either, but it doesn't. You can only tell if you look at it from the top because you can see the articulation, but from the front it looks fine. You know, nice red on the boots. I like his cape, his little cape. I think it's a nice cape for him. And you know, he's painted all up on the back and everything. But yeah, you know, I think he's a nice looking Superman. Very nice. I like this figure. I like this figure a lot. Could be better, but I like it. So, yeah. Now, let's check out size comparisons. So here's Superman with some other Mattel DC figures. Here on the left, the DC Universe Classics Power Girl, and on the right, the DC Comics Multiverse TV show Flash. Yeah, and he just doesn't really work well with them. I think he's too big. It's easier to imagine Superman with this bulk than it is Batman. But at the same time, something about it still does feel a little off, right? Especially next to Flash. Like, maybe with Power Girl you could explain it away to yourself, even though I still don't like it. But he's just so big next to that Flash. And here's Superman with some movie figures. Here on the left, it's Mattel's Movie Masters, Dark Knight Rises Batman, and on the right, the Batman vs. Superman, who's the same size as Man of Steel Superman. And, you know, too big for the Batman, and obviously he's going to be too big for the Man of Steel Batman vs. Superman line. Also, even though this Superman actually is a little undersized for that line. But this Superman will be facing off against Batman in March next month. I'm filming this in February. I don't know when it'll be up. I just kind of film and then I upload it immediately after I edit it. And, you know, actually no, I'll definitely... This will be uploaded in the next day or two after I'm filming it. Yeah, it will be, so I can have it next to the Batman review. Yeah, so never mind, disregard that. But, he's too big for that Superman, even though there will be some conflict between this Superman and Batman. That was a little similar to Dark Knight Returns, and the Batman is based, design-wise, off Dark Knight Returns, so that's pretty cool. Here he is next to some DC Icons figures. Also, you know, 6-inch scale, and they're from DC Collectibles. And he just towers over them as well. I can't wait for the Icons Superman, though. It's going to be cool. Here's with some 7-inch scale figures. These are from DC Collectibles as well. Here on the left, the Batman Arkham Knight figure. And here on the right, the Greg Capullo Designer Series New 52 Nightwing. And obviously, he just doesn't really look right with them, as you can tell. It's a little weird looking. And finally, here he is with the Dark Knight Returns Batman first suit. I don't have the other Batman to show you. I missed out on that release, which I really am upset about because I love this story so much. But he looks great with the Batman. I think they look wonderful and perfect together, and they are, they're going to be displayed where I can pretty much see them at all times. I love these two figures. The Dark Knight Returns is just very special to me. And therefore, these figures are special to me. So what are my final thoughts on the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse Dark Knight Returns Superman? I really like it. You know, you'll have to get him at Walmart. As I said, he's a Walmart exclusive. There are just a few little problems, you know, that I have. The Kryptonite arrow, I don't see the point. I'm glad they gave us an accessory, but I guess the only thing I can really do with it is give it to a Green Arrow figure. And it looks kind of small, also. It seems a little small, almost. I mean, I guess it might be I think it is size accurate for the Dark Knight Returns, actually. But if I give it to a Green Arrow figure, it's going to look weird. And it's just, I don't know about it. He scales well with Dark Knight Returns stuff, which is what he's supposed to scale well with, because the artistic style in that, he's just so big. Everyone's like really big in that book. You just check it out. You'll see what I mean. He doesn't scale poorly. He's actually, he looks exactly what he should look like. And you know, honestly, I love this figure. I love him. I wish he had punching hands instead of holding hands, because he can't hold the arrow anyways. And if Mattel gave us interchangeable hands, that'd be fantastic. I wish they would. I get interchangeable hands with half my Marvel Legends now. Pretty much every DC collectible I've bought recently has had interchangeable hands. That's why I'm buying more DC collectibles now than Mattel figures. So, yeah. DC collectibles, they're beating you, Mattel. Their figures are only $5 more, and they are beating you. Sorry. But, all in all, I'm going to give this guy 4 out of 5 stars. He was close to 5, but there were just a few little things, the hands and the arrow and stuff that just caused a problem. But, yeah. So, 4 out of 5 stars. I'll probably get Son of Batman if I run into him. I'll probably pick him up. Just because I love Dark Knight Returns so much, even though I'm not crazy about that figure. I wish they'd make, like, the Mutant Gang Leader or Joker. Robin would be nice. Except I'd like Robin to come with a bunch of accessories since she's a small character. I wouldn't want to spend $20 on just Robin and maybe just Robin in her slingshot, you know? No. Maybe come with, like, some stuff for Batman. That'd be cool. Don't you think? I think that'd be a good idea. Robin with some accessories for Batman. I think that would be a fantastic idea. Ooh, maybe she could come with a hang glider. Ooh, that'd be nice, actually. That sounds really awesome. But, yeah, you know, that'd be great. 2-pack with the mutants. There were those 2 mutants that had their names on their shirts. I can't remember what they were. Ron, Don, something like that. But, yeah, you know, as I said, 4 out of 5 stars. That's enough of my rambling. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you all so much for your support, though. Check out all the links in the description below. Lots of other action figure stuff down there, and I'll see you all later.